Hi, good evening, you guys. So I just actually finished spending 4 hours putting together a presentation I'm going to present next week at my school on the neuropsychological, biopsychological effects of CB2, which is a cannabinoid compound extract from the hemp plant marijuana. It's actually a non-psychoactive compound cannabinoid that's taken from the hemp plant and is used to treat various neurological disorders. So I actually just put together a presentation on that. I'll be presenting next week. Um, so yeah, your girl is a little bit tired, but I'm going to talk about this topic just a little bit. I was kind of hesitant to talk about it, initially because I'm like, should I just leave it alone or should I talk about it? And I say, you know what? I'll talk about it just a little bit, because there has been a lot of questions that have come up, over the past few weeks, and even I've noticed in the past several months, people have been saying different things with regard to certain conscious leaders in the conscious community, saying, that some people assume that people are just doing it for show. People are just talking, but they're not really walking the walk. And from the outside looking in, some people see that the conscious leaders, the efforts of the conscious leaders. Some people see it essentially as a show, right? Like they're just talking, they're just creating videos just for show. They're not really bringing about real change for the Black community. I want to talk about that a little bit because I see it from many different perspectives. I definitely see that having access to social media and building social media platforms is how we're able to connect, with our following, right? But I also see the danger and risk of going to social media with respect to our personal issues affecting the Black community and just having basically these public forums. They're not even private forums, but when we go to social media and we talk about the issues that impact the Black community, we talk about the different strategies and different steps that we're going to take to bring about change within the Black community, right? We talk about our I guess hidden agendas. We don't want everyone to know every single step that we're going to take, because history has taught us that by going out and going public about every single little move that you're going to make, that's the reason why things get brought down. That's why things get destroyed, because people like plant visions can get destroyed before they even come to fruition, because people go and tell the wrong people their vision. So there is this question as to whether or not the moves within the Black community, within the conscious community, the plans that we have for the conscious community, especially when it comes to detailed plans, should they even be put out there? Should they be brought to the forefront? Meaning on social media. Social media it's like going public. Social media is a major platform. It's almost bigger than a lot of these major news networks. It's like in place of those. And like I said, I'm a huge proponent of building a network. I've built my own. I built several brands by myself. I have my own network. I have my own following. But when it comes to the Black Lives Matter movement, the conscious movement, the movement to effect positive change within the Black community, the question stands as to whether or not we should take certain things to social media. Should it even be brought to social media? Should we be going live discussing our plans? Things that would probably be better fit for a private setting, a private forum with members only. It's like we kind of discuss these things out in the open, to the point where some people are questioning whether or not is it really a movement? Like, are we really bringing about change by doing that, or is it just entertainment? And I'm gonna talk about the entertainment piece for a little bit, because I'm not gonna spend too much longer on this video. But I do want to talk about this whole thing about it being entertainment, and how I can see where going to social media contributes to a lot of problems that we see. Like with people, there are a group of people that are trying to bring Dr. Umar Johnson down, trying to destroy him, right? And they use social media to do it. Not only that, they use certain things that he's posted on social media to do it. Not only him, but other people, including myself. You know, they want to take sound bites, they want to take clips, and they take it and they distort those things, right? So it makes you wonder whether you go to social media or not. I mean, could those people still do that? Still do those things? Could they still take certain clips from your videos? And really, it's copyright theft and libel and defamation of character when they take it and they create a whole new video and try to paint you into this evil character, this evil person, you know. And then for them, it becomes entertainment. You know, they create these false claims, these false narratives for people, and then the people watching are just entertained. It's like it's a joke, you know. So while people within the community are actually working to bring about change, and they use these platforms to communicate with their following, you have people that are just sitting around waiting to take that same information and twist it and turn it into propaganda, turn it into entertainment, make false claims to get people to turn away from the movement, to go against the movement, to basically withdraw their support of the movement. And it's unfortunate. And it makes me wonder, you know, someone even said, okay, well, actually we should not take away the platform. You know, we should allow leaders and encourage leaders to use their platforms to promote their movements, to promote their agendas, right? Because what else do they have? How else are they going to get the word out, you know? I mean, of course, you can get it out through subscription list newsletters, but who's to say the haters won't join the newsletters, you know? So it's almost like a catch-22 with this kind of situation. But I think it's something to consider, so something to think about, you know, as to what you should share on social media, what you should keep secret. I've even learned my own personal lesson from that, even most recently, by me sharing certain things that I felt, you know, was innocent. I felt that, you know, I was just being transparent and being honest and, you know, just having fun with it. But to see how a lot of people have taken even my transparency and my honesty and have turned it into something negative and trying to make me out to be this person that is just a bad person, you know, like, oh, I'm a thought, or, you know, I'm a clout chaser because I expressed interest in Dr. Umar Johnson. And it's funny because my interest, like I said, is more political. It's in support of his vision to build a school, the FDMG Academy, but people can take it and turn it into something negative. So definitely I've learned my lesson with that and I moved on, you know, past that whole situation about the possibility of becoming Dr. Umar Johnson's wife. You know, I threw that out there, and I think people took it more seriously than what I took it. I think that was the issue. You know, people took it way more seriously than what I took it. And then you have people, detractors, trolls who came in and actually sent out a false email on behalf of Dr. Umar Johnson, saying that he wanted to invite me out on a date, when really that's not necessarily what he said, you know. So they basically threw a monkey wrench in it and twisted the whole narrative, right? And so I responded to that based on what I seen, you know, on social media. It became this whole chaotic situation on social media that I'm glad that Dr. Umar Johnson actually put to rest and clarified, you know. But even from that, you still have people that want to go and create videos and create their own narratives around the situation, which isn't true, you know. You get the truth from the horse's mouth, the person who actually put it out there. You know, you get the truth from me, you know, or from him, not from other people who creating their own third-party false narratives through their dirty, filtered lens, you know, basically. So I just learned my lesson that, okay, I'm going to fall back. And that's the reason why I haven't posted And I'm going to continue to just stay focused on my PhD studies, you know, because I have a lot on my plate. I'm approaching my dissertation. So that's just where I'm at. But I still support the movement. I still stand by it 100%. So I have to make that clear, because I think what it is that you have these haters and detractors think that just because they want to throw a monkey wrench in a game to try to distract people, that they won, when really, no, you haven't. And you've only increased my passion, you know, my desire. Yeah, but it's only increased my passion and desire to support the movement even more, you know. So that was an unsuccessful attempt to get me to turn against the movement, because it's not working, you know. And like I said, at the end of the day, it ain't about me becoming Dr. Umar's wife or me being attracted to him, or it's not about that, you know. That's side stuff. That side stuff that probably should have not even been brought to the forefront, you know, which leads me back to the top of this video, how that we have to be able to move better as a Black community altogether, you know, especially when it comes to the moves that we make and our intentions. And definitely, I feel like with a vision that's so sacred, you know, we have to be careful. I feel like the point that we're at now, you know, with respect to Dr. Umar Johnson's FDMG Academy, I have faith in the Academy. I believe strongly, you know, in this vision that I'm sure is going to come to life. But it kind of concerns me to see how, yes, I mean, I feel like it's important for not only me, but for him and other people to recognize that you can't underestimate your enemy and your opponent. So sometimes we like to say, oh, well, that's nothing, you know, those are just trolls. Let them do what they do. They're not going to win. But we have to be guarded against all kinds of attacks in many different forms, you know? And it's important, especially when a person is under attack, like such as Dr. Umar Johnson, this leader. When we have people leaders who are under attack, that it's important that we become stronger as a community. We don't get weaker, we become stronger through these attacks. So that means we bind together to each other. We hold on to each other. We support each other. We stand by each other. We don't turn against each other. We stand by. I know it might be kind of hard because, like, for example, with my situation, with me, it's like I supported Dr. Umar Johnson. His detractors, his haters, his trolls saw that I supported him, and they started to attack me, you know? And despite the attacks that have come towards me, people even trying to sabotage my reputation, trying to get me kicked out of my PhD program. And it's just like, I see that we just have to definitely open our eyes and see that, you know, it's real out here. And to see that, yes, while we would like to believe that, oh, they're just nothing but trolls. They're not gonna, you know, what they're gonna do. You know, what's that gonna do? I think that it's just wise to just be cognizant of the fact that, you know, people come in to try to destroy missions, and it happens all the time where you have outsiders come in, and I wouldn't say that they are successful at, you know, necessarily destroying a person's mission all the time, but some have been pretty successful because we underestimate our enemy, we underestimate, you know, our opponent, and we should never underestimate our opponent. We should always keep in mind how the trolls will try to find certain things and create false narratives and try to use it against us. So you have to be careful moving forward, be strong. I think that it's important that we not only have these discussions, like, you know, via social media, but we come together like offline and have discussions. I think that's really important. You know, we become more mature. You know, it takes a little bit of maturity and humility to reach out to a person, you know, offline, and to communicate with them. You know, I think everybody's just is all about me, and we got so much pride in ourselves. Nothing wrong with pride, but sometimes it can be a problem if you are you have too much pride, you feel like it's all about you, and you can have people that are there to support you, and you just like totally dismiss that. I feel like leaders and members of the community, we just have to humble ourselves, and there's work that needs to be done. There's so much work that has to be done, and we can't let egos get in the way, and we can't be all about trying to get attention, or trying to get likes, and making it about entertainment, because it should not be about entertainment. So let's just keep the focus, keep spreading positivity. I'm all about positivity, and just keep the support going. Not only, and to understand that it's not just about the FDMG Academy that is underway, but it's about the big picture. And so that's what I'm going to do moving forward. I'm actually have this idea in mind that I'm going to organize, and I've already talked about it with Mr. Jamal Johnson about things that we can do to strategize a little bit better and to organize this conscious community, because I feel like we just need to come together. It would be so beautiful to see more of us come together. A lot of us are already, walking hand in hand, but more of us, most certainly, we got to come together, you guys. And that's about it, because I've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of analyzing, and working and writing earlier today. So I'm about tapped out, but I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I encourage you guys to share it with your friends, and just to think about the things that I said in this video. I've done a lot of reflective thinking over the past few days, and like I said, moving forward, I'm definitely going to be careful about how I move, and just continue to support what's positive. Don't to not let haters and people making threats against me or other leaders, to not let that deter us away from what we're already, the path that we're on anyway. If anything, that should motivate us to go even harder, all right, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.